Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Phil Johns, V.I.P. Thank you for joining me on another Wednesday night. I'm pretty excited about tonight's little conversation that I'm having with my girl, none other than Pernell Walker. Let me see. Where can I begin? Really? Lee Daniels, the Butler, Pariah. Um, the list goes on and on and on. I'm trying to remember, but uh, when they see us, and now she just finished a kick-ass season of Showtimes City on the Hill, which was complete fire. This is a brilliant and talented actress. I've known her for a long time. I believe we met at the Fire This Time Festival years ago. My friend Nathan Youngerberg was actually doing a play. He actually had one of the plays in the festival. And she was also part of that community, and also a member of the Labyrinth Theater Company. Or you, I love the Lab. Please, if you have not gone to the Labyrinth Theater um, uh, IG page, please go donate, save the Lab. The Labyrinth Theater is a group of who's who in the New York acting community, and I've had good times that I'd love to share with you guys. I mean, every time I was around the Labyrinth, it was always good memories, creative group of people, and please go donate, save the Lab. And without further ado, for those of you who don't know, now you about to know. I'm gonna bring to the stage the one and only, the Big P, Pernell Walker. Give it time, give it time. It's like a slow stew. You gotta give it time to kind of just like get it ready, get it ready, get it ready. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Pernell, what is going on?
I'm
Blessings,
chilling.
my sister. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Thank you.
So happy to be talking to you tonight.
I'm happy to be talking to you too. How are you doing?
I am good. I am good. I was thinking back, and I was like, man. I said, I said, I believe I met you at the Fire This Time Festival, a few
Okay.
years ago at the, I think it was at the Crane Theater. My friend Nathan Youngerberg was actually doing some work there, and with the New York theater community, we all kind of know each other, and we like rotate.
Yeah.
And it's like we see each other in passing all the time, and then all of a sudden somebody either books a job, and then it's like, oh, like the world knows you now. And it's like, well, no.
Yes.
We've been seeing each other all the time. You know
Yes,
what I
the
mean?
Fire This Time Festival family. I love them.
Yes.
Like I've done their festival so many times, so many readings. So, shout out to them for always supporting me, and thank you for having me on your Instagram Live. I really appreciate
No
you.
doubt.
And your
I
features of me, I appreciate that too.
No doubt.
I'm grateful. So I thank you for thinking of me and, just featuring me in that way. So it's really good.
You're an incredible talent. And I don't think that people really, because I feel like you're one of those actors that is like, that I put along the line of a Jeffrey Wright, like you're like a chameleon. So some
Aww.
people can probably, what you look like in Pariah is not what you look like in The Butler. It's not what you look like in When They See Us. And now City on the Hill.
Yeah.
Like, what can we say? What could we say about that? But I want to go back for a little bit, because I want you to tell me about the first time you ever booked that one big gig. What was that like?
I don't know. Like, what does it categorize like a big gig?
Like that one gig that you got. That, for example, I always use the co-star, right? So that one co-star you got, or that one film project you got, that was like, wow.
I would say they're all kind of special in different ways, because I was just kind of still learning the audition process on camera, because that's a whole nother thing. I mean, I'm good on camera. I know what I'm doing, but like to be in front of an audition process when your nerves are there and you have to
Right.
focus on the work and all this other stuff, that you have to get in a zone, a totally different zone for that. But I would say, I mean, just like Pariah, I loved working with Dee, and it was amazing cast in that, and the writing was good. I loved working on The Deuce. It was like so many different things, and The
Yeah.
Butler was a wonderful experience because I got to be around all of these top-notch people, you know, in New Orleans for an extended time. Um, the Deuce, it was crazy. Like,
Thick thighs. Right? Am I
okay,
saying it
with
right?
Thunder
Thunder
Thighs.
thighs.
Like when I decided to get dressed for it and I saw the breakdown for it, it was like Thunder Thighs, very enhanced in the thighs. So I was like, I have to pick out the right shorts for this. And I saw these little short shorts, and I had these 70s kind of leopard platform shoes, and I teased my hair in an afro. And so there's a photo on here and on Facebook where I have like an afro and I have like red lips. That was the day that I went in for the Deuce. That was crazy. That was the day that I came from that audition from the Deuce, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm in front of Macy's. Let me just do a." So, yeah. I mean, it's been great. Like, I have been so grateful. Like, there's not one particular audition because it's just like when you keep working on how to audition and how to learn something and how to present yourself and present the character and not break or anything. It's a process. It's a process over some years. Some can click it like that. For each project is different for me,
Mhm.
but it's the same mode of being as prepared as possible, you know, when you're going in somewhere, and then just letting it
Yeah.
go, throwing it up on the wall. When I auditioned for City on the Hill, they were like, "Oh, I don't know, she's a little young, but okay, we'll see her." So I went in, and that was my first audition of the year, of
Yeah.
last year,
During
and
COVID. Yeah.
okay, like
Yeah.
back in January, and then nobody knew what was going to happen, you know. So I went and I threw it on the wall. I said, okay. I was just
Right.
happy to work because I was like, yay! And I was
Yeah.
meditating. I was doing my vibration work, like,
Right.
you know. So I just was in a place that regardless of whatever was going to happen, I was going to be happy and I was going to move on to the next experience or whatever. So that was a big thing because I noticed the shift inside of me
Hmm.
when I really started like listening to affirmations and really doing things to make me happy. And it was crazy though. I was like, yo, that was my first audition of the year.
You know what? I remember I went to a event that an actor was giving. They had it was like this a group we were doing like acupuncture and all that stuff. And one thing that I remember being said within that group is that nothing that's meant for you will ever pass you by. Nothing. And that's throughout life, even
That's
death.
true.
When the time is your time. So good or bad or indifferent, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. You
That's
know,
true.
because you can
Yeah.
go. Some people go into an audition totally self sabotage and end up booking. You know what I mean?
Okay. You'll walk away like, okay, whatever. Throw the sides away. And then they say, they want to see you again. How?
Wow.
What's going on?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And I always feel like with you, you are fearless in your work.
Oh, thank you.
Fearless. And I think, for people who are watching it from the audience perspective, like they're consuming your work, but they don't really fully understand all the preparation that comes into that. You know what I mean? Because I believe that when we're in front of the camera or when we're on the stage, I think we are really stripping away. We're peeling back the onion and showing you the truth of who we want these characters to be. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean? Which we're really stepping in because we're like blank canvases, right? And you step
Yes,
on and you honor the character. You honor this person because whether we believe it or not, these people do exist.
they do.
Yeah.
And If the writing is really good, they'll catch it. They'll catch who that person is in a multi-dimensional way. And I've been blessed to work with really great writers. Hey, Alicia! Hi, Alicia! And I saw somebody named Bummy Rel giving me love. Thank you. I appreciate that. And oh, thank you, Ern. Played that role perfectly. Come
Yeah.
on with it. But so like when I get great writing, it just takes it to another level for me because it's like half my work is done. I always say that half my work is done. And I start from there and then do my character development stuff. And I love this book called The Art of Dramatic Writing. And they have a
Who's it by?
beautiful Ayagos. It was a purple book. Somebody Ayagos. Ayajos. It's maybe a Spanish person. I'm butchering the name. IAJOS. And it's a really good book. It has a beautiful character bone structure, like a census.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they psychologically? Who are they economically? Heredity. Or where are they from? Who are they? How old are they? How do they walk? How it's a whole thing that you get to explore. So that helps too. I always use it. I always use it for everything. I know this is a secret, and this is
No.
but like this is my process. So that's how I really get to develop fully dimensional characters and stuff. So I love that book, and I love good writing. And then after that, I learn my lines.
Which makes it easier.
And then you still have discoveries happening. That's like dope. And I mean, it's amazing. And then to see it come together, because when I was filming City on a Hill, it was still during COVID, and they did a lot of great precautions, protections, masks. We had the clear things with was it Eisner or something?
The COVID the visor,
the visor. We had the mask. We were getting tested like 70 times a week at least, and they were really great in that. But also, we were cross-boarding, so we knew what we were filming in the same week, but sometimes it was like, okay, you film one scene from this episode, from episode 5, then 6 o'clock you went on to episode 7 to film, because it was all in the same place.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to jump around, and they wanted to prevent any kind of,
like contact.
Any kind of way that they could contain the space and do what they have to do. That's what they did. So a lot of times I loved when directors gave us a little recap of what was going on. This is like you already read it and you knew the episode was going like this. But when you chop it up and then you're doing one episode, I remember one time where I was doing episode 7 and episode 5 and episode 6 and episodes, and it was like back to back to back in one day. It was different episodes that had emotional stuff going in like one day. So thank God for the directors that were like, okay, so this is what's happening. You just left here. And I was like, oh, good. Because then when I still see it on TV, I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm still like amazed by the editing and everything, that when you see the full thing, we are really seeing it for the first time.
Yeah. And
a lot of y'all don't know.
You,
like, we read it.
For you, that was like a reset from the director. It was like hitting the reset button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I got a question, because I really, really enjoyed your performance in Pariah, and you, just like Yolanda Ross, meeting you for the first time, I feel like it was I was so caught up I endeared myself to the characters of the film. So when I saw you and you guys were all like lipstick, hair, eyelashes, all this stuff, I'm like, well, I'll be damned. You know what I mean? you really kind of like had me hoodwinked for a minute because I'm like, yo, this is so great. I'm
Oh,
almost positive,
thank
and then
you.
it's like, and I mean, that's just a testament to your ability.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I shocked a lot of people going to the film festivals too.
Like, oh my
I
God,
remember
what?
it was these beautiful like the AGs. It was AG women that came to see the film, and I was dolled up, and it was like, yo, the one that played Laura, like wow, wow, and I was standing right in front of their face, and everybody was there, and it was like, where's she? And it was like, that's her. They was like, what? It freaked them out. It was so funny, but I love that because it's the transformation. I love the changes. I love
Yes,
going from one thing to another. Like,
yes,
I feel open to do pretty much anything,
yeah,
and how it will unfold is the fun. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm so grateful that everything is different. It's so like, you ain't gonna mistake Grace for Thunder
Right, right, right.
or Laura, okay? So totally different. Or Vonda from Kimmy Schmidt. It's just
Absolutely,
a
absolutely.
whole
Yes,
nother
yes,
flavor.
yes, yes, yes. You have been truly blessed in your career,
Thank
right?
you. I'm
Ha-
grateful, man.
has anything has there been anything as far as working on sets that have made you like, man, I just want to get through this project because it was kind of a challenge for you?
Um, no. I know I have to calm myself down from wanting to get to the next thing so quick.
Hmm.
You know, in this business, we're like, okay, what's my next? Where's my next job? What's the next thing I have to do? And we don't really revel in what's going on or what you just did. You know, which is a wonder because it's a habit. Like, we're used to getting jobs. We're used to
Hmm.
going to the next thing and booking, for whatever reasons, bills, uh, or the habit of just wanting to keep it going,
Right.
and stillness is beautiful.
Amen.
We need to breathe. I need to breathe.
Amen.
Okay. I need to just sit somewhere and take in whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to be productive for productive sake. Especially what we endured like the last year was crazy.
Yeah.
We never even got a chance to even just breathe. We were breathing, but it was just kind of like,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
I better wash my hands. I better
Yeah. Yeah.
I better wash my face. Don't touch my face.
You know what?
Oh
I call it that that make it happen mentality. We feel like we
no.
gotta make it happen. I gotta make it happen. I
Yeah.
gotta do
And I always feel like in my spirit, I could tell when I'm chasing after something, and I'm like, why do I feel like I'm chasing after something?
it. Hmm.
Let me just chill out. Let me fall back, and what's like you said, what's meant for me will come,
Yeah.
or whatever happens is gonna happen anyway. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
And you know what? Like Oprah said, she said, I remember her saying that God can dream a bigger dream for you than you can dream for yourself. So you could
that
be,
is true.
you think that you are chasing after that one thing, but you're not even giving yourself time and space to realize or to accept what's getting ready to come your way.
That's true.
You know.
Wow.
So speaking of Oprah, I have my 5 Oprah questions.
Okay.
I call them my five
My nose
Oprah
is running.
Super Soul Sunday questions that I ask everybody.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you can answer it. However long you take to answer it is totally cool. Okay.
Okay.
So, um, what is your perception of the business now opposed to when you first started?
Hmm. I think when I first came out of school, you hear the numbers. Like, I remember this guy when I first started grad school to train. He just threw out a number there. He said, yeah, usually it takes about 13, 15 years to really establish yourself after you get out of school, and da 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 da. And that's not for everybody, but we understood what he meant. but we didn't understand what it took or what it takes, because a lot of people that you see on a lot of shows, they've been doing it for a while. They're not overnight success. They're like at least 10 to 15 years in and was doing it. Or sometimes people get a great gig early in their career. That's wonderful too. But it's just, I think starting out, I didn't have as much of a grasp of the business and or how to be more business savvy, polished. I had the artist thing, it's raw talent. But it's a whole nother thing to navigate it and navigate how you want to present yourself and different situations, which you learn. But I also had to kind of study myself.
Yeah.
Because I could get in my damn way too.
Yeah. That Virgo. You always.
Are you a Virgo?
You always. No, I'm a Leo.
Oh God.
I know. It's okay. It's okay.
No, but it's just, yeah, you get in your head and you just start, and it's just like, okay, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't, and I knew what the work, the time it took, but when you go through it, you come out on the other end like, oh, wow. And it's really a study of yourself through this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like the zen and the art of archery. You're doing the scent. You're going to the auditions. You're doing your preparation. You're doing the work. You go to audition after audition, and you get in a zone where you learn your own process, your own instrument in different situations, where as long as you're prepared enough and you know what the hell you're doing and you know the script, you're not gonna, there's no good or bad. It's just a choice.
Yes.
You can always make the adjustment.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's so deep. Hey, Dominique.
Oh, Dominique Colon.
Dominique Colon. Courtney Gift. Hey, boo.
That's the name I ever heard in a while. What advice would you give your 19-year-old self?
Calm down. Just calm down. I mean, my 19-year-old self, I was coming out of high school, I think. No, going into undergrad. No, yeah, going into undergrad. I would just accept everything of myself, and learn to have peace. I didn't really, I don't know. That's a whole process into not freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I had no real control over my vibration. I was all over the place. I was worried. I was, they always tell you, oh, people drop out in the first year of undergrad, and you have that whole thing.
Yo, you hear so much shit.
And I'm just like, let people go to school, let people learn. Yeah. Don't. I know it's the kind of thing to kind of invigorate somebody to be like, go head on, but I was just.
And the beauty about the business is I find that there's no hierarchy. Like you
yeah.
For 30 years, and then you come in at 20, right out of school, and boom, you booked your first gig. So.
Yeah. It can happen, but also for whoever process that they need to go through it, sometimes their break comes later, and that's fine too. Yes. I remember Morgan Freeman when he was talking about he didn't get his big break till he was in his 40s, going into his 50s, and he's almost how old is he? It don't matter, but. The point is, he's been working for at least 30 plus years.
Yes. That's
just going up,
Totally. Yeah. Totally.
So but I would tell myself to calm down and just stop. I think I was a worry person, and I didn't have control over my emotions. Maybe that was the actor in me then. Just kind of, I would be absorbing people's stuff
Yeah.
and my
So
own stuff. And it's just like,
are you an empath?
probably
Yeah.
I attract crazy. No, crazy. But probably,
What feeds your
I
spirit?
probably believe so, you know.
What feeds your
Oh, my,
spirit?
my sister done joined. Hey, Marilyn Walker. I'm sorry. I'm messing.
No, no, no. I see you. I see you multitasking. It's cool.
Okay. So, yeah, I would tell myself to calm down.
Third question.
Okay.
What feeds your spirit?
Peace, a nice atmosphere, laughter, which is why I share crazy stuff on my Facebook. um, and I love what I do. I love you too, sis. I love what I do, and yeah, I feel fulfilled in what I do. You know, um, I can, I have done what I'm doing now for no money. Like, you do theater, you do different things, different projects, and it's no guarantee of anything. But I loved what I do, the process of it, of creating that kind of things. So yeah, but above all, I would like to create in peace.
Okay. What do you want your legacy to be? What would you like your
Linus, no. BX Barrow. I think
I'm
my
from the Q
legacy.
borough.
Yeah, what?
Queens in the house all
Oh, okay,
day.
Queens. I think my legacy, I would love it to be a fierce artist, transformative, a person that is grounded. They're not like all up in the air because they're doing so many projects or whatever.
Yeah.
I just pray that I stay grounded and just be a nice person, you know, um, and be happy.
I always feel like work-life balance helps a lot. You understand? And like
It
you have
does.
super work and then you have that separate life that's totally separate from the industry.
I
So
feel
you
like I
really just don't
audition
work.
better. I feel like I audition better when I have that balance.
Yeah.
Oh my God, before, when I get a self tape or something else, hey Tony, Clomax, when I get a self tape or something else, I
Oh,
would be so focused, so gun ho on this or this or this. I was like, I would cancel everything. But now I'm like,
yeah.
okay, let me work this in. Let me see how I could do this so I can still have a life,
Yeah.
still be happy. Um, you know, because that matters, man.
It does.
Especially with the ups and downs of the business, like, you have to still enjoy your life.
Sustainability. I
Yes.
don't know if I even mentioned this on this thing before, but I met Ron Palillo from Welcome Back Cotta back in the
Oh,
day. And I used to work for this place called The Network. It kind of like Actors Connection and stuff like that.
yeah.
He walked in one night and he said, Welcome Back Cotta was only 5 years of my life. 5. And people always remember me from Welcome Back Cotta, but I've had this extensive theater career that nobody ever asks me about.
Wow.
And I always felt like the OGs was the ones that would drop just a few jewels my way. People who have been in that. When I say OGs, I'm not talking about 10 years. I'm talking about decades in the industry, where it's like, wow, you know, there is no finish line. People are rushing to the finish line, but the finish line in this business don't exist. We keep
No.
going. It's what it is. So
And you transform all the time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be in 2021. Um, I'm grateful for my vaccination shot. Even though my arm is like, my
Is
I'm,
that your
I'm,
first or second?
this is my second.
Oh, okay. You took
Yeah.
today?
Yep. I took it today. And I'm grateful for perspective.
Mm,
This whole process takes time.
right.
and you're adjusting all you know you're always readjusting to the needs, to your needs, you
Yeah.
know. Um, so, but yeah, I'm grateful to be here because when you're here, you always have another chance to do more, you know.
Amen.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Amen to that, man. Thank you so much, Pernell, for taking the time out to come and just kind of like kick it with me for a little bit.
That's it.
Well, wait, hold up. Listen, listen, I always tell people I want to honor your time, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to keep you in just like, I do want to honor your time because, some people will ask me, well, how long are we talking? I listen, I don't want to keep you all night. I
No,
just
I didn't mind. I'm like, okay, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. And look, shout out to Ozzy Stewart
Yes.
because
Shout out to Ozzy
Ozzy is a
Stewart.
brilliant. She's brilliant, and I did a like an Intel show. Like it was an online show for Intel, and we did all of these different episodes. We were like kind of like a spoof from Big Bang Theory. And
Oh,
Ozzy
okay.
played my mom, and she was like in love with me, and she was like, he's my little baby. And then I saw her on Pariah playing your mom, and I was like, well,
Yes.
she didn't even let you in the house.
Okay. It's not about that life, literally.
Exactly,
What up,
exactly,
she is Tyler?
exactly. So
But
what's next for you? What's next? What do we have to look for next? Or what do if you can't talk about it? What are your goals? What do you want to do next?
I want to keep doing great work. I am right now. I'm just like submitting myself for stuff, and being open to what City on the Hill may bring. You know, that's it. I'm just gonna be open to what comes, and I love when people are still watching the finale of the season.
Yeah.
You know, hey, son of Baldwin, you got more people joining, son. You see what I'm saying? See that? Son of Baldwin. Wait, hold on. Listen. I gotta say something about Robert Jones Jr. now because I got his book, The Prophets. Y'all better get that. Child, this man was fighting for me and pariahs.
Yeah.
Okay, I love him. I so appreciate him, and he is our Baldwin. Yes, he is Toni Morrison's and James Baldwin's son.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. But so what was I saying?
You well, Mr. Baldwin is giving you love. He's saying thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
He's giving you love. But
But
you just saying like talking about what would you like to do afterwards?
oh, I want to keep doing TV and film, and eventually, make my rounds to theater in some capacity. But I love working on set, being on set and working. So I'm
Well, hopefully
open.
one day our paths will cross, and we can work together.
The
That would be
universe is
dope.
listening. That prayer is
That
heard.
would be dope.
It will. It's gonna happen, and we're gonna be in the scene together,
I
brother.
see a comedy sitcom in our future.
Come on, money. Come on with it. Yes.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. That'd be
Oh,
dope.
thank you.
Pernell is a genius. Don't sleep. I don't think. I think everybody's fully awake with that.
Oh, thank
Definitely.
you. So, I mean, I'm just staying open to process. I'm excited to see, after everything and everybody's receiving, City on the Hill. I mean, it was an amazing season. Everybody there was amazing to me. Lauren, Kevin, Kevin Bacon, Aldous Hodge. I mean, everybody was so nice. And Jill Hennessy, she was really nice. I didn't have any scenes with her, but she
Yeah.
was so nice to me.
Yeah.
you know. But I'm excited to see what's next. I would love, who I love? I would love to work with Ryan Coogler. I would love to
Yeah.
work with Ava DuVernay again. I would love to work with Rada Blank has fierce work. I
Yeah.
love her work. I love her voice. I worked with her on her first off Broadway play called Seed. And
I remember that.
oh, you saw that?
I remember Seed. Yeah. I
Oh my
saw
God.
I wanted to see Oh God, which
Yes.
the play that you just did with the lab?
Oh, halfway bitches.
Halfway
No,
bitches go
halfway
down.
bitches go straight to heaven. Stephen A.
Yep.
Gergis's play.
Yes, yes, yes. I wanted to see
Yes.
that one because I heard good reviews from it. But Stephen A.
Oh,
is the beast anyway. And let me just
okay.
shout out. Let me just shout out since we speaking about him because what came
Yes.
on this, I remember
Thank you,
going.
Angela.
I remember going to Stephen's house, and it was for a read through for a friend's project, and my brother Mums was there, and
R.I.P.
he is no longer with us. And I know that there's a big thing going on for him tonight, but he was a person who I came to know through the poetry world. And when I got to New York, because I lived between DC and New York. So when I got back to New York and I saw that he was involved with Labyrinth at New Dramatist, there was this big thing at New Dramatist. I was like, man, this is really dope. And that's how I began to discover a lot of the members of the Labyrinth Theater. But every time they had a party, I was drunk. Anyway, I was a little tipsy. I would get drunk at a lab. I said that before. I'm like, every time I was at a lab party, I was done.
You know, the lab is so amazing. Hanging in that circle, like, I gotta donate. I shared the thing. I'm gonna donate after I get off of here. But they're just so amazing.
How
Fierce.
was the
Lisa
writing?
Cologne.
Lisa Colon.
Liza. I
If you
miss
saw
working
my
with them.
tribute to her, I said that I knew her before I knew her husband. So when I met her husband, I would just
Okay.
for years I would say, yo, that's just Lisa's husband.
Wow.
I didn't know, and then it was like, oh, wait a minute, he's on Dexter at that time. That's how far.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
at the
amazing.
time. Yeah, but
Wow.
it's kind of like I enjoy that because it's like you know you're in the community, and sometimes when you're in this industry and you're around a bunch of creatives, everybody's doing something, and a lot of times you don't catch everything that everybody's doing,
Yeah.
right? And it's
Yeah.
like, come on now, if you had to pay for everybody just doing the show, you'd be broke because everybody's working,
And you be
you know,
exhausted.
and you'll be exhausted. It's just impossible to do,
Do not burn yourself out. That's another
But
note. Do not burn yourself out.
one thing I love about New York opposed to LA is that the community here it stays creative and it
Oh, yeah.
stays developmental, So even if you're not working on a show, you're developing or helping another friend develop something. And that's what I love. I love just the creative process.
And then I really feel like when something happens to somebody in our community, the whole community galvanizes behind that person. It's so amazing. Um, it's just so amazing. Like, I remember I just shared some post. I literally just shared like a Facebook post that was like, "Oh, I wish if you loved me, you would say." And I was just literally sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was wrong with me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up the next morning and all these lines of things like, "We love you, Pernell. I want you to know this." And like, I said, "Y'all, I'm good. I just shared it." Like, and then
Yeah,
I went on to
yeah.
share something crazy. But it was like, "Oh, girl, we look." But it's just like that whole feeling. It's just when you did you know Siddiqui?
Yeah.
Like,
Pernell, listen. I mentioned moms. You talking about Siddiqui. I'm 2 seconds from going. I'm a Leo. I'm emotional. So we ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna cry on this live tonight.
oh,
But
but
yes,
seeing the
that
whole
hit me.
community.
It hit me hard.
Yeah, Reggie, what up? And it's just like people. We went to the hospital. And since Siddiqui is was a bright young artist, and his legacy lives on. So does Mom's, and it's just like to feel. You can feel what's going on in the community when something shifts. You know, So that's what I love, and it's also sustaining to me, to know that you could just DM, not, but don't video call nobody you don't know now.
I saw that. I saw that.
Ooh,
I saw that.
child.
I saw that.
But
Yeah.
but it's
It,
just
it,
nice to know you could say something to somebody and, to be like, hey, reach out to me. Let's go here. Let's hang out. Let's go for a walk. Let's do something to keep the community going.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It hit me. I think for both of them, I had a moment hearing them pass. Siddiqui, I was
mm,
away. I wasn't in New York at the time, and I got the phone call that he had passed because we were looking for him, and we kept
mm,
wondering like, why isn't he answering the phone? And we didn't know he was in the hospital for a minute.
wow.
My group of friends didn't. We didn't know. So to find out he passed, man, it was just it kind of like really messed with me because we knew how hard he was working right before he did that last show.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he felt like he was ready to
I
really
saw
take
that
off.
show too. Yeah.
Absolutely, so crazy, man.
Yeah.
And this is why you gotta. It makes I feel like it makes what we do all the more impactful because this is really our ministry. This is our gift to the world. What we do,
Yes.
and that's why you can't limit it. You can't put it in the box. You can't. I think that a lot of times with actors of color, um, I know for me, I feel like there's always a standard of people who want you to present yourself in a certain way, but there are people who are pedophiles, who have um, mental disorders, who there are people who have those issues, and we have to bring those people to light. We got to talk about them.
Yeah.
We
You have to
gotta
take
we
the
gotta be
journey.
exactly. It can't. We all can't be graduating from Howard, making six figures every show that we do.
Hey,
That's not real
Kevin.
life. So
Yeah. But it's just, that's the journey and that's the beauty of it because I feel like the roles that have chosen me, it always gives me something that I have to work on personally or I
mm,
have to reveal for myself in my work.
yeah,
So when I work on that for myself, the best thing is just letting that flow and letting it be shared with other people. So maybe somebody can feel the same way or just feel that connection of what I'm feeling. Like I had somebody, after they saw City on the Hill, they lost a son. I think their son was, but they lost it to health reasons. They were 14 years old. And they were just saying how, seeing that moment where she loses her son.
yeah,
And then I'm like, they timed that perfect. I said Mother's Day. But yeah, that really hit them. It hits in a certain
yeah.
way that it's meant to open the wound to heal. You know what I mean? So I'm
What did you
I'm
pull from doing that? What did you pull from?
I pull from my life. You have to pull from. They have this saying where the garbage, the trash of your life is treasures on stage and film. Those moments, you find the seed of that scene, whether it be betrayal, loss, uh, what kind of hurt, um, what kind of any kind of heartbreak, and there's
Mm,
different kinds of heartbreak that you can open up in yourself and then connect that to those words. It reads true,
yeah,
but you have to be open to really open that wound,
yes,
and let it air and know how to close it back and be like, that it's okay. That's the thing. Self care, and meditating and how to close back that wound and not letting it consume you. Sometimes actors, we give so much of ourselves. We walk around like an open wound, which is
mm-hmm,
not good
mm-mm,
for the artist, the person. You have to be able to open that wound and show the scars.
because that wound, the blood of that wound heals other people.
Heal the world. Get cheesy.
It heals
But it's
other
so
people.
true. It's true.
That's
And
why
that's what I
I
feel like
call it
we are
ministry
here
of
to do
entertainment.
as service. It's just like you see me and you see yourself in that, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pernell, I want to thank you
Okay. Thank
Again,
you.
I appreciate it, man. Hopefully, now that the world is open up, we can get together, have some cafe,
Oh, I
and
thought you were gonna say some catfish. I'm like, I be down for some
no.
catfish.
Listen, I'm trying to eat right. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying
I'm
to stay
sorry. I'm
away from
sorry, bro.
stuff.
Don't come to Harlem, then. We fried fish capital of the world. Don't listen. Don't listen to me. I'll have it with some salad though. I'll have it with some mixed greens,
You know,
and I'll make sure I have a green smoothie before it. And I'll go walk for a couple of miles, and then I'll eat my fish.
you like yo. I got the metabolism going, so I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. We will probably do this again soon. We need to
Good.
get up while the world is opening up and chat like offline. We're away from everybody.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for everybody coming in. Thank
Yes,
you.
everyone who came in. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. All right. Onward and upward. Stay blessed.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.